This is Landon Dupont, and he's unlike any prospect we've ever seen. He's currently dominating the Western Hockey League. Not only is he dominating, though, he's doing it as a defenseman, and at the age of 15. That's right, he's a 2009 birth year, making him eligible for the 2027 NHL Draft. So not the next one, or the one after that, but the one after that one. It seems ridiculous to even talk about this kid so early, but he's just that good. Playing in the WHL at 15 years old is any kid from Alberta's absolute dream, and that's exactly what Landon Dupont is doing. But before that, he was playing for the Edge School Prep Hockey Team, a private high school based out of Calgary that is very familiar with sending students to the WHL. During the 2022-2023 season, Dupont found himself playing for the Edge School U15 prep team, all while he was 13 years old. And oh my, he would skate circles around everyone, even though they were all either 1 or 2 years older than him. No surprise, he dominated that year. He dropped 47 points in 27 games. The next year, he jumped the U17 team and went straight to the U18 team at the Edge School. At 14 years old, Dupont was now playing with kids almost 4 years older than him. And yes, 4 years is a big difference, but especially at that age. The size difference between a 17 or 18-year-old compared to a 14-year-old is astronomical. But that proved to be no concern for Landon, as he led his team in scoring with 62 points in 30 games, along with winning the league's top defenseman award, and then led his team to the CSSHL championship as playoffs MVP with 16 points in just 5 games. All this insane play had to catch the eyes of someone, and well, it got the attention of the Western Hockey League of the CHL. Landon Dupont was granted exceptional player status by Hockey Canada, making him eligible to play the entire 2024-25 season in the WHL as a 15-year-old. And this rare honor put Dupont in elite company, joining only Connor Bedard as the only players ever to be given exceptional status into the WHL. But what even is exceptional status? Well, typically, 15-year-olds drafted into the WHL could only play 5 games until their club team seasons ended, but this exception allowed Dupont to compete in now every game. He became the 9th player to receive exceptional player status, placing him among a prestigious group that includes NHL stars like John Tavares, Aaron Ekblad, and Connor McDavid. Most players granted exceptional status have earned it in the OHL, with Joe Veleno being the only player ever recognized in the QMJHL, and like I said, Bedard being the only player recognized in the WHL before Dupont. So with the exceptional status, Dupont was pretty much a write-in for the first overall pick in the WHL draft, which belonged to the Everett Silvertips. And sure enough, when the day came in May of 2024, Dupont was a Silvertip. And with all eyes on him to start the season, he did not disappoint. He tallied an assist in his WHL debut against the Vancouver Giants, led all defensemen with 4 shots on goal, and posted a team-best +2 rating among Everett's defensemen. In the next game, he upped his offensive game with 2 assists as the Silvertips dominated the Winterhawks 8-2. By his third game, he added another assist and led the team with 7 shots on goal, continuing to make his presence felt. And it was only a matter of time before he scored his first goal, and in his 5th game, he capitalized on a rush play midway through the second period. Julian Mays, trying to create some space, sent him a backhand pass as the defenders tried to scramble into position, and Dupont took full advantage of the chaos, scoring with ease. Just 2 games later, he had his first 2-goal game, and the very next day, he notched his first 3-point night. His point streak finally came to an end on October 11th against the Moose Jaw Warriors, but by that time, he was already leading the league in rookie points. Come mid-October, Dupont had recorded 4 goals and 7 assists in just 8 games. The only exceptional status player to have a better start to the season was Connor Bedard, meaning Dupont, as a defenseman, was scoring at a higher pace than guys like Tavares and McDavid. And now we're here in late November, and he has himself 19 points in 17 games, which is a 1.11 point per game through a pretty good sample size. But just how good is he doing compared to other 15-year-olds that broke into the CHL? Well, this is a graph that shows the best 15-year-old CHL players in terms of point per game. How far left or how far right they are is the amount of games they played, and how high they go is obviously their points per game. As we move up, we see some notable names. At the bottom there is Aaron Ekblad with 29 points in 63 games with the Barrie Colts in the 2011-2012 season. On the left right there is 2 2023 draft picks, Zach Benson and Braden Yeager, putting up similar seasons, although it was only through 24 games. Right here, we finally reach Connor McDavid, who is surprisingly not at the top of this list. And nearing the top here, you see Shane Wright, John Tavares, Gavin McKenna, Michael Misa, which isn't that surprising considering they all received exceptional status as well. Now all the way up, that unmarked star right there is Jacques Locus, who posted a 1.5 points per game back in 1969, and then all the way up there near 2 points per game is Connor Bedard. Although only having 15 games, he posted a 1.867 points per game. Very impressive. So you're probably wondering, where does DuPont fall in this draft? Well, he's this star, right beneath Gavin McKenna. So he's sort of middle of that top tier of players, but what really makes that special is that he's performing this good as a defenseman. And to really put that into perspective, there's just 2 other defensemen in the entirety of this list, Aaron Ekblad and Greg Hawgood, who played in the 83-84 season. So the Canadian Hockey League has never seen a defenseman as young as DuPont be as offensively dominant as he has been through his first 17 games. And if he keeps scoring at this pace that he is, he'll have a better 15-year-old season than Connor McDavid had. But there's certainly many factors that go into this. DuPont Silvertips are a very good WHL team. They're led by 2025 draft-eligible Carter Bear, who is second in the league in points, and they're backstopped by one of the best goalies in the league in Jesse Sanche. Put this together, plus having Landon DuPont on your blue line, it results in the Tips being a league-wide best 17-3-1. But this doesn't discredit what DuPont is doing at such a young age. To be noticeable and let alone impactful at this age is incredible. But what exactly is he doing that's setting him apart from every other 15-year-old hockey player in the entire world? DuPont's game stands out for his hockey smarts, calm under pressure nature, and the ability to dominate on both ends of the ice. His skating is top-notch, letting him jump into offensive plays without missing a beat on defense. Even at 15, he plays like a seasoned veteran, making decisions under pressure that some older WHL players wouldn't even think of doing. Offensively, DuPont is a game changer. His pinpoint shot from the blue line, which is both sneaky and effective at breaking down defenses, is sort of like Connor Bedard's toe drag release. He's also a fantastic passer, consistently setting up teammates like Carter Bear for big plays, and his ability to see the ice and think ahead makes him a major asset on special teams, where he's already a key piece for the Silvertips power play and penalty kill. And the last thing you want to do is let his offensive game overshadow his defense. Defensively, DuPont's positioning and stick work are next level. He's always in the right place, breaking up plays, and quickly flipping the puck up the ice to get his team moving. Opponents rarely get a chance when he's out there. He stays calm under pressure and thrives in big moments. His play is a lot like Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar, who dominate the NHL in the same way that DuPont is taking over the WHL. Like Hughes, he's got an amazing ability to dodge pressure and keep plays alive, and his knack for jumping into the rush to create scoring chances is pure Cale Makar. And what's even more impressive is how DuPont pairs his high-end offensive skill with a smart, steady defensive game, something you rarely see in young defensemen with his level of offensive talent. Yes, DuPont benefits from being on a strong team, but his skills and maturity are what really make him special. He's not just talented, he makes everyone around him better. And that's what sets him apart from other 15-year-olds and puts him on track to be one of the most exciting players to watch in the years coming ahead. DuPont, right now at least, is the obvious first choice in the 2027 NHL draft, but that is just so far away it's hard to even think about. He's still going to grow and develop his game, but so are other players in his draft class. The path to being first overall is never a guarantee, no matter how talented a player is at 15 years old. Just look at Shane Wright. He was the clear favorite for years, and while he was still top 5 pick, he didn't go first overall, and now his NHL career isn't looking too good. There's always a chance that other players catch up, or unexpected things happen like injuries, a slump, or someone else just stepping up and stealing the spotlight. That being said, DuPont's mix of skill, maturity, and hockey IQ makes him feel like a safe bet to stay at the top. If he keeps developing at this rate and avoids those pitfalls, he could very well be the kind of prospect teams tank for. DuPont seriously has the potential to be the next truly generational talent, the type of player who doesn't just make it to the NHL, but transforms a franchise and redefines what it means to be an elite defenseman.